Oh boy. Yeah, man, we are having all kinds of issues today. All right, let's start over. It's me, 5XP. We're here to play Elder Scrolls, the Betrayal of the Second Era from Chip Theory Games. And we'll start out by apologizing for the mistake I made at the end. The rule mistake, we call it a 5XP moment, at the end of the session last time. So we're going to give my character 3 over fatigue. Not nice. Not nice. To compensate for my little bitty accidente as we jump into the next day. So let's see, where were we? So we were day 10. We have 24 experience points, and I read ahead a little bit. Read ahead a little bit to know that we are doing a massive dungeon this time. So we have not done a dungeon yet in this game. The way dungeons are set up, so basically there is one, maybe there's a couple. No, it looks like there might be one dungeon in the Black Marsh, and it looks like this. So we set up the board just like this, of course. The orientation is a tad off just to fit it on the table. But, so this next day we're going to be hopping over to Blackrose Prison. I figured I'd go ahead and set up the board since it was a bit of a chore. Let's see. So, if you're new, I am an Argonian. And, oops. Right, we are having issues today, aren't we? So, Argonian, it doesn't look like me. Maybe that one looks like me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I have 5 health, and I have an ability where once per battle, I can basically ignore damage. My class is Archer, and I have upgraded, so I'm a master, a level 2 Archer. And it gives me an extra couple abilities, extra couple of enhanced, tenacity spends. So, in the battle last week on Friday, we ran into an enemy who could not be dealt damage if you were adjacent, which is kind of like what I do, is not shoot at things that are adjacent. In fact, I cannot physically shoot a ranged weapon at somebody who is adjacent. It can't do it. So that sucked. And then I forgot the rule for a moment, and now we're stuck with 3 over fatigue. So, looking at the overmap, you can just see it below me. Is our overland map on Black Marsh. We are the blue. We need to get to Blackrose Prison. At the end of the last session, we picked rainy, so we could move 2 spaces. So we could jump straight to the prison and do the fight, but we remember last session, we kind of jumped the gun a bit. We got to the final mission a bit early. They recommend day 12. It's day 10. This is the start of day 10. So if we jump right into the prison, our gained experience that we have accumulated will not be enough to match up against the expected bad guy total for this fight. So if I look, I know it's a bit weird, and this is probably one of the weird parts of the game that I'm like, but when you get to one of the final missions on each quest, instead of looking at your total experience multiplied by the amount of players or whatever, it's a rulebook bad guy total that you're going up against. So for me, on apprentice difficulty, which is like super noob level difficulty, on the session 2, which is kind of what we're doing right now, it's quest number 2, I'm supposed to have 27 experience. I only have 24, so I feel like maybe I should do something else to get some extra experience in order to not be underleveled for this final fight. So, and we have 2 days to really get to this prison. So I think maybe we just take this extra day, do a battle or something. Aziz is just, he's just hating on me. Do a battle or something, and we will try to get an extra couple experience points, right? So, yeah, I guess we'll just start there. We can move two. We can move two based on, because it's rainy. We could try a peaceful encounter. I don't want to go too far, because if we move 2 and then it turns to flooding, we can only move 1, and then we won't be able to make it back in time for that day 12 time frame. So I think I'm gonna jump to this one, just so in case it's flooding, we can still move 1. So we're gonna move 2 to the, what is it, Deep Swamp Forge. Now there's no specific encounter for that. You just draw a peaceful encounter and read it. It's extra credit. Oh, and Argoni, that's me, frantically approaches you, requesting assistance. She is the guardian of a nearby hatchery that is in dire need of protection for a few days. Okay, while she attends to urgent family matters in Hellstrom. And where might Hellstrom be? Is that on the map? I am not well steeped in locations of Tamriel, so I don't see it on the map. Maybe it's in some other location. She assures you that the role of temporary den mother will be lucrative, as you are doing a favor for her tribe will not soon forget. Okay. So what are, oh, we got loads of options. Whoa, look at that. 3 experience. That would be most welcome. What do we have? We have, and if you remember the little symbols here, if it's red, we'd basically be forced to do it if we landed on one of these unstable spaces and then rolled the peaceful symbol for that space. We'd be doing a peaceful encounter, but it'd be unstable and therefore forced to do this, but we're not. We're on a peaceful space, so we could choose. So we have choices here. Protect the eggs while you await her return, which advance the day dial by 2. Oh. So that does push us kind of where we want to be, right? We don't want to get further than that. Each adventure draws a legendary treasure, heals to full, we are already at full health, and removes all dice from their cooldown track. We need that. Oh man, this could be a big win. Let's see. Oh no. If the weather is sunny, advance the day dial by 1 instead. Oh, would that be nice? But it's rainy. So, okay, so, or we have refuse. There simply isn't enough time for such things, which would give us 1 experience. Or enjoy a, oh, dang, man, that's brutal. Oh, go cannibal. Each adventurer would gain 3 bonus hit points, and each Argonian adventurer loses 3 tenacity. Yeah, I don't think I want to do this. Persistent. All enemy combat dice rolled by Argonian enemies deal an additional damage, including misses. Oh, I don't like that. I say nay to eating it. And then, as far as the other 2 choices, I feel like it's pretty obvious, right? The top one. I mean, that would get rid of all this nasty black cubage, which we don't want, because black stays in there even when it is recovered. It just goes to the back of the bus. So that'd be quite awful. So yeah, I mean, this is no, and we get 3 experience. That's a no-brainer. So protect the eggs. So we advance the day, so it's now day 12. And we do that. Yeah, so we do that right now. So we're still going to advance the day at the beginning of next round. So we will have, this will be basically a three-day weekend where we're stuck sitting on some eggs. All right, heal. We got our 1, 2, 3, 5, and we discard everything. That is, oh my god, that's amazing. And then we get 3 experience for it. Hot stinking dog. That puts us at 4, and we can actually do something with that. Wicked. That goes in the discard, and that determines our weather for the next day, which will still be rainy, and that's fine because we're just moving straight to the prison now. All right, now I gotta get my cheat sheet out just so I can remember. Now we're in the reward phase. We gain the encounter XP. Check. All right, increase the party dial by 3, so now we're at 27, which. You think I'm cheating here, because that matches exactly what we need for the session. Okay, man, this is a bonus. You know it's going to go bad after this. Like, watch this. We're going to make him feel good about the beginning, and then we're going to kick him in the nuts. Unstable, no. Special, no. Okay, gain advancements, so I have 4 experience to use here. I could jump and grab another recovery, but my yellow die need to stay in my recovery track as long as possible, so I don't really want to get more than that. I could get another stamina, which would give me more dice to roll on a turn, more movement on a move action, and more range on a pew pew. I could also get another white traditional combat die, or I could grab a archery skill. You know, it's been a while since we've looked at archery skills. Let's see what we got. So I could grab another snipe die, because there are 4 of them in the deck, basically. But it would cost me 3 experience for one of those. Yeah, it seems expensive for a level 1 die. We don't have a volley die. We do have acid spray. So volley is deal a total of 4 damage, distributed as you choose among enemies adjacent to you. Then place yourself in an unoccupied hex 2 to 4 away from the current hex. Wow, that actually would have been real nice the last fight, right? All right, what else we got? Level 3s. Vine Dusk training. At the start of your turn, you may exhaust this die to recover up to 2 bow skill die, or 3 if they're all snipes. We only have 2 snipes in our sheet right now. We got the arrow barrage last time. What's rapid fire? Rapid fire is deal 2 damage to your target for each snipe die in your cooldown track prior to this engage. So that's 3 sides of that die. Where's my pointer? So if you were unfamiliar, these little pips right here tell you how many sides of that D6 have this face. And then this has 1 face. Deal 2 damage to your target for each snipe die in your cooldown. Then recover those dice, replacing them with light fatigue. We don't like light fatigue so much. So basically this die has four sides that do 2 damage to your target for each snipe die. But this one you get 1 out of 6 to recover those snipe dice and replace them with light fatigue. Yeah, okay. All right, now we're going to see what this is. Scatter shot. So 4 sides, all damage dealt to your target disengaged may also be dealt to another targetable enemy. Oh, wow, I like that. Defense ignored as a result of snipe dice may also be ignored for this enemy. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Just being able to do multiple enemies. Man, that's real nice. I think I'm going to have to grab that one. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I like scatter shot. I like rapid fire. I think those are the two I'm looking at right now, is rapid fire and scattershot. Now, volley did say it works on adjacents. Ah, that could be good too. I have only 2 more slots. If you look, I only have 2 more slots, like here, one there, for purple dice. And each one of those is going to cost me 3 experience. I only have 1. I can only get 1 right now before the final battle. So, I think that scattershot, right? Being able to do it to 2 damage or 2 enemies, I think that's pretty good. Now, I did have a question. So deal for the snipe dice. It says deal the number of damage on the die to the target and ignore 1 defense on your target for this engage. So to me that says, the way I've been playing it, is that no matter how many snipe die I've used on that, I ignore 1 defense. Not if I roll 2 snipes, I get to ignore 2. So if you think that's different, let me know. All right, but we're going to grab Scattershot. We're going to grab Scattershot. It's a level 4. So that's this guy right here. And we're going to add it. Now, it doesn't really matter where it is, where it goes on in these slots. It does that once I buy it, that doesn't matter at all. It only matters when they're all slot, when I'm resting, when I'm gaining dice, the numbers here at the top. So if you look at the top, see, going from right to left, it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and then, you know, if you're on a skill on the left side, it goes that way using the white numbers instead. All right, so that puts me down to 1 XP. I think that's pretty much where I'm going to stay. All right, then we end of day, right? Heal, recover, dice. We don't have anything. That probably was the most amazing extra turn I could have stinking asked for. All right, so now we advance the day, which now we're on day 13. That's not good, right? I don't even have a number for that. All right, then we move over to the Blackrose prison. Do I fail if I go that far? Oh, that's interesting. Does it end at day 12? Like, I can't go any further than day 12? Maybe, whatever. We'll figure that out another time. Post in the comments if you know if that's a thing or not. Because I don't know. So, I'm going to move this over here. We're going to do some reading. Not light reading. There's a lot of reading here. So we are moving on to the Blackrose prison, and that starts the battle. Okay, Blackrose Brigade. Quest 2, Session 2. Arriving at the Blackrose Gate, you hear a clash already underway. You are not quite too late, but clearly Xeric's liberators have begun their assault. Reaching the old prison yard, you see that most of the Blackguard's initial forces have fallen to the invaders, but the cells are still intact. The interlopers' top priority will likely be to break open the cells of the hostages. Oh, they consider them hostages, okay, to strengthen their numbers, but you don't want Xeric to slip away in the chaos. So this is the dungeon map for this whole area. There's one dungeon, it's Blackrose Prison. This is the setup. You get the starting tile down here, and everything else does not follow a delve build guide, so it doesn't have to have the entrance exit tile, like connecting anything. You just plop them down. Now these white chips I put here because those are supposed to be cells. And we'll get to why that's important here in a minute. Because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to read. Quest objective. Initiate the Blackrose prison dungeon. And I'm telling you, so just before the start of the stream, I spent forever trying to figure out how to set up a map. Because if you look, every quest usually gives that little, the one at the top has this little build map. This is the quest we're on, and there was no build map, and I looked everywhere. I mean, on BGG, I mean, errata guides, everywhere, couldn't find out. I'm like, how do I do this? So if you're having the same trouble, it's in the back of the Gazetteer. There's the dungeons, maybe there's one, maybe there's two, I don't know, or more, but this is how you set up for the dungeon in this map area for the Black Marsh. It's on page 45. So hopefully you don't have the frustration I had when trying to figure out, like, there's nothing in this quest thing that says, oh yeah, and that dungeon map is on page 45. It's just initiate the Blackrose Prison dungeon using the end of session of difficulty. It says nothing about where to find any of that. So Mr. the Google, actually Mr. the AI Google, is how I got this one. Never would have found it. Never would have figured the back of the book is where the map is, considering every other quest has their map right there on the quest. So super frustrating. Hope I solve some, or some frustrations for you guys. All right, so we have using the end of session difficulty, which is 27. All right, so 27 is the bad guy point total for us on this one. Any cell swords that were recruited in the last step become companions controlled by the party. So we have, let's go ahead and let's remember Joey and his gang here. We've got a Dark Elf Marauder. We've got a Nord Marauder. Argonian Marauder. Oh, he would have been doing +1 damage if I'd have eaten some omelets. Should have thought about that in the other way. We've got a High Elf Marauder. So, a lot of these aren't going to do a lot. Like, native, none of the bad guys, only characters, only PCs or player characters have active slots on their dice boards. These guys, NPCs or bad guys, don't have that, so native isn't going to do anything. And in Black Marsh, native is before, or at the engage, the target, before rolling any dice, removes so many active slots based on the weather. So bummer we don't get to use that. But we can at least go over some of their other abilities real quick. Otherwise we're just going to stop it over and over and over to remember. We have 2 divert. Divert. This unit cannot lose their hit point unless they started that engage with 1 hit point. So they're going to get knocked down 2-1 and then continue. And then you can only kill them if they were already at 1. So they'll stay on the board an extra round for me, hopefully. Enfeeble. Yeah, after this unit's engaged, the target gains light fatigue. Nobody's going to get light fatigue because they're not player characters. Dodge. When this unit is engaged by opposing unit, prevent damage dealt based on the number of blanks that they rolled. Right? And then we've got Disrupt. When this unit determines target, they must exhaust 1 die from its active slot. So yeah, none of this is going to get used. Rush. Rush means that after they move, if there's nothing to attack, they'll move again instead of attacking. Important information. So what do we got? 4 health for the Dark Elf, 7 for the Nord. Ooh, that guy's rolling stinking 3 dice. I like that. This guy, that High Elf, isn't going to do much for me at all, is he? But anyway, these guys are all on my side. And I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to start with these guys. Because I can't move through friends. So I don't want to stack them in front. Otherwise, because I go first before these guys, I won't be able to go through them. So I got to put myself in front. All right, let's read some more. Deploy quest unit Xeric to Hex A. Xeric to Hex A, which is the middle of that one, with 0 hit points. Okay, so apparently he's in jail. Then we have a level 10 High Elf Necromancer to Hex B. Oh, that's right. Thinking here. No, apparently this is one off. There. So I need to find a level 10 High Elf Necromancer. It'll be the purple side. High Elf Necromancer. So what does he do? 6 health. Two attack, 2 defense, or damage reduction. He attacks 5 away. And he's going to be attacking the 2 weakest in range. And he's going to be removing active slots, but that's not going to bother us. But what is necromancy? We heard that one before? I don't think so. At the end of this unit's turn, deploy the top unit of the defeated stack to the closest unoccupied hex to this unit with 1 hit point. It's the number of players' value in hit points. This new enemy does not take a turn this round. Well, that's good. So he's going to keep pulling. Until we kill him, he's going to keep pulling the baddies back for basically an extra round. Well, we're going to have to kill him or defeat him pretty quickly. He's got 2 damage reduction. I think I know my first target, right? Then deploy enemies using the end of session difficulty, which is 27. If any of the hexes 1 through 6 are left unoccupied after this, deploy an additional level 1 enemy until they're all full. Oh man, ooh. We're definitely going to be adding some level 1s here. Because at 27, we're going to be pulling a 20-point baddie, right? 1 20-point baddie. Then we have 7 left, and so the max we can put out is a level 5, and then 2 level 2s. So we're going to be at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means we have to put 4 more level 1 baddies out onto the pitch. Holy cow. That is a lot of bad guys. After deploying enemies, calculate a second EP, so another 27, and use it to deploy enemies with no health into the prison cells. An enemy must be deployed to each cell before a second enemy may be deployed to a cell. A second enemy deployed in a cell? How is that going to work? All right, so 27 points. Well, first, 27 points of bad guys to the table. It didn't say it had to be a certain type of bad guy. All right, here's our 20. Oh, please don't be horrifyingly bad for me. Wood Elf Deadeye. Ooh, detection and vine snare. It's going to be an archery tournament here. Detection. This unit ignores stealth status die when targeting. We don't have any of that, but not a problem. I love it when I can ignore keywords. That's the best. Vine Snare. After this unit's engaged, its target must drain one available combat skill die. Oof. I don't like that. So if you remember from the last couple games, here are my combat skill die, these white ones right here. Draining means gone. Like gone for the engagement, for the battle. I don't like that, so I only have 3 rounds that I can tolerate that guy. We're gonna have to kill that guy quickly. He's our big boy. He is going into hex number 1. Dang, he was rolling 4 dice with a damage reduction of 3. At least I can shoot at him from far. Alright, so he's going to be here. Then we get a 5 point. 5 point is a spider. A nasty spider. Stalwart. This unit cannot lose more than 1 hit point in a single turn. Oh, tanky spider. I want one of those guys on my team. So they are going right there. And then we get 3 level 1s. 2 level 1s. 2 level 1s for the regular bad guy numbers. So the bog dog with Bane, but he has to be adjacent to get you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the bog dog. Going at number 3. It's right there. And this guy has 3 health. Retreat. What is retreat? Have we had retreat before? At the end of this unit's turn, if no units took damage, this gains a stealth and heals for 1. I don't quite think we're going to come into that, but who knows. All right, number 4 is there. All right, now that is the EP, the enemy points based on the adventure. There are 4 more slots. There's 5, 6, 7, 8 that I have to populate with level 1s before this thing can be done. All right, first one. Oh, he's a cute skeever pup. With rot. I believe that is when he bites it, he does a damage to somebody. 6 is an Imperial Bandit. Ooh, that guy's got a lot of health. 5 health for this guy with native, so nothing special about him. And he is here. 7, another level 1. Oh, see, we hate this guy. This guy, the guys with steel are my least favorite bandits. Where's he gonna be? And then one more, and this will populate the dungeon, but then we have to go do it all over again to populate the jail cells. Oh, of course, the Sprig. We've seen him pretty much every play session. And he's up here. All right, then we also populate loot. There is loot. Oh, I forgot to get my legendary from that that peaceful thing. I'll have to check that out here in a second. I might as well do it now. What'd I get? The Sigil of Magnus's Gift. This is for the peaceful quest, for babysitting the eggs. Sorry, I just forgot to pull it. If your magic stat is even, it is, act as if it's 1 higher. If you are a Breton or High Elf, this item's effect is still active even while it is in your pack. Oh, well, that would be really nice. It's worthless to me. It's worthless. Okay, so my magic stat is 2. but I don't use it. I don't have any skill dice that use it. I have no need of it. So, bye-bye. Gone. I can't even keep it in my pack. We got regular common loot there. Regular common loot here. Regular common loot here. That's it. There's nothing else. Makes me sad. So unless somebody steals one of my awesome items, I won't be needing any of that. All right, now we have to populate the cells. And it's the same thing. It's a EP of 27. 27. So here's the 20. Oh, wow. He looks nasty. 4 health. No, he doesn't have any health right now because he's in jail. But he's rolling 4 dice with Colossal, Elusive, and Rally. Colossal. Super Mega Ultra Colossal. This unit deploys with additional hit points equal to the total number of combat skill dice trained by adventurers. Oh, whatever. Alright, so this guy's gonna be at 7 stinking hit points. Well, isn't that nice, right? Alright. Then he also gets Elusive. And this is the one that I think we had last time, which was so difficult for me. This unit prevents all damage, including true damage, dealt by units that were not adjacent to it at the start of the current turn. Right? Well, maybe that's how I got rid of that other stuff. Oh, we'll figure this out. It's at the start of their turn. If I was not adjacent to it, I can't do any damage to it. And then what was the last one? Rally. After this unit is defeated, if it's not the last enemy, deploy an enemy of the next lowest level to the hex where this one was defeated. Then return this unit to the enemy back. So this guy gets defeated. He's going to be pulling a level 10 out of somewhere. I'm going to say it. That's unpleasant. Let's put him... I don't know. Put him here. Then we have a 5 spot. The setup is quite extensive, so we'll get through it. What up, Marauder? Yep, no hit point chips. Dodge and Vine Snare. Actually, I should be putting these guys back here. Probably. All right, now we get 2 level 1s. I'll just put one in each room. A wolf with repost, so you don't want to be adjacent to that sucker. Who puts a wolf in jail? I mean, like, come on. You should say humanoids only, but whatever. All right, red guard bandit with steel. Put him back there. So that's our 27. Now we have still, again, 4 spots left. So we have to put level 1 things in there. But we're out of chips. So we're going to put 1 skeleton. Who imprisons a skeleton? Maybe it wasn't a skeleton when it was imprisoned. Got a bandit. And a Blackwing. Alright, I am bingo on chips. That's it. That's what we got. I'm gonna put him over there. Put him in a jail cell. There, now we're good. So that guy in the very tip top is our target. And our group of, you know, what would you call these guys? Are they mercenaries? We are down here. So we have to, oh, what? Lise Leno. So we have, if during its turn an enemy moves into a hex adjacent to a locked cell, it immediately ends its turn. At the end of the round, the cell unlocks, and the enemies occupying that cell heal to full, And on an enemy's turn, its destination hex is a hex adjacent to a locked cell, but only if it would be able to move into it this turn. Otherwise, it resolves its movement as normal. And then it says enemies in locked cells do not need to be defeated for the encounter. Oh my goodness, thank goodness. Do not need to be defeated for the encounter to be successful unless their cells become unlocked. Obviously. The battle objective is conquer, so we have to defeat all the bad guys. We got to clean this place up, right? Make safe the city. All right, let's read this again, because this is where I think it's going to be important on the targeting. So if during its turn an enemy moves into a hex adjacent to a locked cell, it immediately ends its turn. Okay, at the end of a round, the cell unlocks. All right. On an enemy's turn, its destination hex is a hex adjacent to a locked cell. So honestly, it seems like these guys aren't going to come to us. They're going to be picking the nearest locked cell and moving towards it. And then therefore unlocking it at the end of the round. They're adjacent to it. So, and my guess is they're going to move to a cell, then figure out if anybody qualifies on their attack profile, and anybody that qualifies on the range of that attack can still be attacked. Otherwise, I think they don't attack me, right? Because I guess thematically, oh my gosh, my phone is blowing up. I guess logically, like, we're coming in after the battle's already started, and they're all preoccupied with getting to their cells to unlock their buddies, and we're just going to be coming in from behind and pew-pewing them and hoping we kill them. That looks right. Sound right? Sound good? I think we get in here and cause some chaos. All right, so on their turn, they're going to move their destination cell, their destination hex, going to be the nearest cell, adjacent. Oh, wow. You guys can't hear it, but the wind outside is going to blow my roof off. And we had tornadoes in Indiana and Illinois. Sadly, some people have died. I don't think a lot of people, but it doesn't matter. Any people that die is bad. So that's kind of weather we're having right now in the Midwest. All right. So what I think we're going to do is take a quick break. Now that we've set the dang thing up, I think we're going to take a quick break and come back, hit the ground running, right? That way it's uninterrupted. Fair enough? All right. Let's take a quick break. The setup's done, and then we'll come back after a quick biome beverage and move on. All right. See you in just a few. Well, remember how I was telling you about the wind outside? I took a look outside and I see shingles on the floor, on the ground out there. Thankfully, they're not the same as my house, but somebody in this neighborhood is gonna need a new roof. That sucks. Man. Yeah, that wind is howling. All right, let's go over this again. We get to go first. It's the start of phase, which there are certain potential damages or things that take place at start of phase. Then I get recovery, and we are now up to 3 recovery. So three dice get pulled back into the tray or get cycled back, depending on what they are. And then once I'm done moving and engaging, then it's my trusty companions, my mercenary group. Hopefully we can get some bad guys defeated. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this works. All right, so I can move up to 4 spaces on my turn. But I think I might shoot first. Because that necromancer's got to go. Necromancer's got to go. And I got to figure out what I can do to make him die easily. We know we're going to probably do a snipe die and a regular combat die. Because, I'll go back over this one time. My current equipment is String of Thracian Pearls. You're not late, man. You're nothing. Actually, we just did a whole bunch of setup. So you're fine. You didn't miss much at all. Although we did get an amazingly awesome, peaceful encounter, which set us up, I think, pretty well for this mission. So this allows me to recover additional using tenacity based on the amount of legendary slots, of which I have 2 legendary items. This is use 2 tenacity, remove a status die, and heal for 2. So that's the only way I'm healing right now, I think, besides my archer ability, which is... What is my archer ability? It's Hawkeye. It's this one. So for 2 tenacity, I can heal based on the number of enemies around me. So right now, that's really high. There's a lot of bad guys. All right, then after somebody engages against me, I get to recover 1. So that's excellent. And then my bow is, if my target is 3 or more hexes away, I get to basically, one of my combat die is a 2, an automatic 2. So that's excellent. I'm gonna put these out here. Let's see, I have to be 3 away. Perfect. I'll just stay where I am and shoot at that stinking necromancer. I get 2 more dice. What do I need to put in here first? Oh, at the start of my turn, I do 2 damage to somebody at range. Yeah, that's not ours. That's not ours. That's somebody else's shingle. But it's good that you picked it up. Alright, so 2 damage to somebody in range. I want to do some damage to something that I can actually do damage to that doesn't have damage reduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 away. Oh, I'm forgetting something. Or I do that. So archery or accuracy, I can use a tenacity to increase my range by 1. So if I wanted to, actually, it probably wouldn't matter, would it, on my turn? I have to pick somebody else that's closer. So I believe I can't spend tenacity until later on in the round. So let's see. Yeah, start of round, turn. Let me double check that because I'd like to get that dang skeever down. Yeah, it happens in the action section, not start of turn. So bummer, bummer. Let's do a damage to this Stephen Breton. All right. Now I get 2 more dice. I could volley. Actually, I think I might want to. Where's the one that I can... Or barrage. Remember, we got that last time. Barrage. And... feel like maybe doing some true damage as well. So this is the acid darts. So I can hit, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, I need 3 targets. That works. All right, 4 dice. My target is the High Elf Necromancer. All right. Oh, that's fantastic, really. So 2 there. This becomes a 2 because he's at range 3. So 4 damage, and then I don't think I'm going to keep this. I'm already at 5 tenacity. So I'm gonna slot those back. Give him 4 damage, of which he only takes 2. Oh wait, no, he takes 3 because I have that those arrows are penetrating. All right, 3 damage to the Necromancer. Then let's spend some of that tenacity, shall we? A lethal arrow could work. Roll 2 combat die against him, which is true damage. It is or venom arrows, 3 status dice. Apply them to targetable enemies. It's basically the same kind of thing as the acid arrows, which we didn't get to use. But I'm feeling this lethal arrow. So roll 2 combat dice against a targetable enemy, and whatever it is true damage. All right, come on. If I got that, that would be fantastic. I need 3 damage. All right, reduce my tenacity by 2. Important. Darn. All right, well, 2 damage. It's true damage, but I needed 3. All right, so now I can move. Do I want to move? That's my thing. I feel like I might want to just move 1. I really don't want this stinking guy. Oh man, now we got the tornado sirens. Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, Friday always gets one on tests at 11 o'clock. All right. I don't want this guy to hit me because he will, if he moves to... Oh wait, they're all going to go to the cells. So yeah, I'm going to move out. Let's move there. All right, because I want to give my guys an avenue to get out. All right, so I'm done. Next guy is going to go here. The Nord. He's rolling 2 bad guy dice. And he's going up against the Necro. So I need 3. He has to roll 3 damage here, otherwise he doesn't do anything at all. Darn. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? So yeah, he does 2 damage. This guy has a defensive 2, so nothing happens. Wah, wah. Next guy. Just get him to move out of here, right? 1, 2. Yeah, they're all kind of stuck behind each other right now. All right, so our turn's over. Our turn's over and the bad guys get to go now. We always start with the highest level bad guy. Right? That's this guy right here. Yeah, I know. Come on, Nord. So this guy, they're always going to move to the nearest cell. So where is this guy going to go? Where's the nearest cell? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go this way. Now, do they move 1 or do they move 2? I feel like I read somewhere that they move 1 instead of 2 on this one. Actually, I'm going to look that up because I feel like I saw that they only move 1 space instead of their traditional 2. I would hate to make a big 5 XP mistake here. Let's see. Well, this is called Blackrose Prison. The bad guys normally move 2, and then if they're in, or they move as little as possible if before they get to their, or en route to the bad guy. Let's see. No, they still move 2, it looks like. They just, their destination is a hex in front of or adjacent to a jail cell. All right. So he moves there. Now he will unlock one of those at the end of this round, and that's just, there's nothing I can do about it. All right, so now the level 5 goes. I guess the level 10 would go. So the Necromancer is going to move towards the nearest cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. So that's over here. So 1, 2. Can't reach the jail cell, but he can still target me or one of us. So he's going to target 2 of the weakest within the range of 5. So he's going to target these 2. Yeah, sure. He's rolling 2 bad guy dice with native and necromancy. Now, nobody died, so he doesn't have... I think we have one more round to shoot at him before he actually becomes effective with that necro stuff. All right. He's rolling 2 dice, and it's going to hit the Argonian Marauder and the Dark Elf Marauder. Oh, that hurts. So both of them have Divert and something else. Disrupt and Divert. They can't lose their last hit point. And Disrupt is probably another... Yeah, nothing there. So each of them loses 3, -1. Yikes. That was a rough roll. Why couldn't the Nord roll that? Right out loud. Those guys aren't going to last much. Alright, level 5s. Alright, the spider. Man, I find it weird that the spider is going to try to go to the nearest cell, but whatever. And now everybody else are all the level 1s are going to go to the nearest cell. Oh, darn it. That guy's going to unlock a cell. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then that's it. All right, so now end of turn, or end of round, is anybody adjacent unlocks a cell. So he's probably going to prioritize the Wood Elf Marauder because he's a higher level. Boo. And this guy is going to go after... Let's have him go after this guy. Because that would make me more mad than the other one. Yikes. That is a lot of bad guys on the table. This is gonna be really tricky, in my opinion. I'm struggling mentally to see how I'm supposed to... What's the victory? Conquer? I have to kill everything with hit points that aren't my guys. Oh, I should totally I should put these white things on my guys just to remind me which one's who, which ones are good guys. Otherwise, I don't want any friendly fire. All right, round 2. And it's the start of round. I do 2 damage to an enemy in range. Range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Him. Let's do it to this guy. Everybody else has damage reduction. All right, well, now it's recovery. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do this. Right now I feel like I need to just kill this necromancer and then darn. These guys are gonna unlock a lot of stinking cells, aren't they? Oh man. That new dice I just got, the scatter shot, it is another targetable enemy. Good, it's not. My thing was, oh my gosh, if it has to be adjacent, we might have a problem. I think I might go over here to this bog dog and go that way. Like have my guy go this way. Prevent these guys from unlocking these cells, and then have the rest of my group go that way. Oh, sheesh. This is gonna be really stinking tricky, I think. Now, I don't have to kill this guy. I just have to prevent anything that, or I just have to defeat anything that gets unlocked, basically. Oh, these guys are gonna unlock this cell next time, and same with that one. So I'm gonna get 2 more level 1s out. And I think I am gonna have to use my new ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna move and shoot at the bog dog with my new scatter shot. Probably a traditional snipe and combat die. And I gotta figure out what else do I throw on here. How about that acid dagger thing again? Because there's still loads of guys I can hit with that acid dagger. All right, let's do that. All right, target is the bog dog right here. Oh, this is atrocious. This is atrociously bad. All right, with that new thing, what does it do? Oh man. Okay, so this I'm gonna have to use a reroll. I got one channel reroll active right now, and I'm gonna have to use it. This basically does no damage by itself. All this face does is say all the other damage you did, you could do it to another guy. So I did absolutely nothing. So I'm burning that. I'm burning that channel reroll. So if you were on Twitch and you want to help me out, you jump over there and hit use some of those channel points and give me some rerolls. All right, here we go. Try it again. Try it for better. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I don't even need to use my ability here to get that. It's already a 2, so that's 3 damage to the bog dog, and then I get to roll some daggers. Now, it says all damage dealt to your target disengage. All right, okay. So this does not do damage to him this turn, but this makes it so that this guy takes 1. So the Necro has a damage reduction of 2. I did 3. So that's enough to kill him. Hurrah! That's it. We did it. 1, 2, 3 for the bog dog.
That's it. We did it.
We did it.
All right, that's really good start. Now these guys are gonna go into the cooldown track. Then we get to roll this one. Or no, we don't reroll. It's just going to go in our cooldown track. Because what's next? For 3 targets within range, I get to roll. And if I roll a 7, then I put a Bane target on them, I believe. Bane is the one. Acid spray. Yep, Bane. So I need, on a 2d6, I need to roll 7 or higher. We are going to go with... Oh, man. So this dog's going to open a jail cell and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't do 2 more damage with my dice, and none of these guys are going to get there in time. Yeah. This Dark Elf Marauder is range 4. This High Elf Marauder is range 4. Nobody's going to do anything. Alright, I actually forgot about that guy. He probably could have killed this guy. Whoopsie. Alright, 1 5 XP moment so far. We're good. We're still below average. I am going to roll these against the Spriggan. Spriggan, yes! Spriggan gets a Bane. Let's see, we're gonna go after this Breton bandit. Darn. Not high enough. And we're gonna go for the Imperial bandit. Boom. 2 out of 3. Depending on the bell curve, I might just pass. Drinking my recovery juice after my game of shinny hockey this morning. I'm tired. And was that it from me? I have not... I did move. I did attack. And I think that is it for me. I still have my... Oh, wait! I still have my tenacity. I've got 3 tenacity. I've got some spends here. I could lethal arrow that dog, which would prevent these guys from getting triggered this round. I think I'm probably going to need to do that. Alright, so 2 tenacity. I'm down to 1. We're going to roll 2 dice. That's what I needed. Boom, boom. 2 damage. Doggo dead. Which means these guys aren't going to get unlocked. That just saved me, I think, a little bit of a headache. Now my turn's done. Now my good guys get to go. Now this guy's gonna rush. 1, 2, 1, 2. This guy's gonna move to 1, 2 towards that guy. Let's see. This one's gonna move 1, 2, and somebody's in range 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3. All right, that Breton bandit is gonna get attacked for 2. Oh yeah, look at that. Somebody's effective. 3 damage. That's a dead dude. Hot dog. Look at this. My bad guy defeated stack. It's getting higher and higher. Let's see, then 1, 2. Is anybody within 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we've got the Imperial Bandit. This guy's rolling just 1 die. Not really gonna get much going on here unless it's a 2. It is not, it's a 1. So, nice try, buddy. Now my turn's done. We gotta go from highest to lowest. The highest available right now is our 20, which is that Wood Elf Deadeye. They're moving to the nearest unlocked or locked gate, where they already are there. So they're not doing anything. These guys are just log jamming, because that's the nearest locked one. So every single one of these guys is going to go to that one. It's not really great AI, but I'm happy at the moment. Let's see. And this guy's stuck because he can't move past this guy. So basically the only thing that's happening is this guy, on his turn, he's going to take his true damage from my Bane. And let me know if I'm doing this wrong. I don't think I am. This guy's not going to move anywhere. He's going to take his Bane. But he's the only one that's ranged that can see through other guys right now. And he is going to, actually, he probably will move here and bane this guy. My Nord. I think everybody else doesn't do a darn thing. Alright, now we're at the end of round. This guy becomes unlocked. That's too bad. 4 health. That's this one. The Orc Bandit with aggressive. I think if he rolls blanks, he rolls them again. I think that's what aggressive is. And now this guy comes out. Why they would unlock the cell for the Hackwing, I don't know. That's just what they're doing. How much has he got? He's got 3 health. And that's it. So basically, anybody that's already kind of next to a jail or a locked door has unlocked it. So now, these guys might be safe, but I need to make sure I get into this area and just start mowing these things down. Otherwise, they're gonna coming up here to unlock these 2 levels. There's a 20 here, which I really don't want unlocked. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be really tough, I think. All right, level 3, or round 3. Fight. My turn. I do 2 damage to somebody in range. Let's do it to this guy, because I can do 2 damage to him. Then I move. 1, 2, 3, 4? That's probably a good spot as any. Oh wait, and I recover first. Cover my 3 first. Then I move. Okay, I have in range a Spriggan that banes, a Khajiit Bandit that retreats, and those are the only 2 I really can shoot at. Well, I could shoot at the spider, but he's got the thing where I can only do 1 damage to him each turn, or is it engage per engage? What's his thing? Stalwart. It'd be bad if it's per round, it'd be great if it's per engage. This unit cannot lose more than 1 hit point in a single turn. So that's okay. That's basically 1 engage. So all 4 of my guys can hit it for 4 damage total. I'm going after this guy though. This Khajiit Bandit. He has no damage reduction. I think I'm gonna try this again actually. This do damage to 2 things. And I think it's important that I do a lot of damage this one. So I'm gonna roll 2 combat die. So 1 penetrating, 2 damage, and 1 do it again. And we're going after the Khajiit Bandit. That's this guy right here. Alright. So multi-target does succeed. One of these gets turned to a 2. So we're doing 4 damage to him because he's got no damage, or no damage reduction. So 4 damage. He's gone. I do it to another one. Another targetable enemy, which is probably the Spriggan. And that's enough to get him out as well. And that's that. I don't have anything else, right? I only have 1 tenacity, and that's not really going to do anything for me right now besides increase my range, which I don't need. Alright. My turn's done. Now it's time for my good guys. Nord takes 1 true damage from Bane. Then he's gonna go up and smack somebody. Who's he gonna smack? Probably the spider. Let's go up and smack that spider. He's rolling 2 dice. 2 dice on the spider. Oh, that's actually okay. The spider has 0 armor. Oh, actually, I'm going to go here. The rule for movement is they're going to go in the first hex that works. So he's going to do his 1 damage. That's all he can do. Let's see, who do I want to go next? I'm going to have the High Elf Marauder move his. 1, 2... that's actually not going to work. Because he's going to attack the nearest. Oh no, he's going to attack the 2 within range 4 of that are the weakest. So I think I'm going to go after these 2 here. With 1 die. Oh, that's mega. So both these guys have 0 damage reduction. So he takes all of that. Unfortunately, he can only take 1. That's good enough, though. Alright, now this guy's going to move 2. And roll 3 dice against this guy. Oh, he only moves 1. Because he has a range of 2. He's rolling 3 dice. 3 dice against the Imperial Bandit. So this guy's attacking this one. We've got 2 damage, so just 1. 1 through the damage reduction. And then this guy is going to move 2 and hit the 2 weakest at range 4. So same thing. So this guy and that guy. Spider and Bandit. 2 damage. So 1 with damage reduction, 1 from the spider. That spider's annoying. So all my guys have gone. And now it's bad guy turn, and man, there's going to be some people taking damage this round, for sure. Oh boy. Start with the big boy. The Wood Elf guy. He's going to move 2 towards the nearest, our nearest locked door, which is 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So he's gonna be coming over. His target hex is here. He can move 2. Unfortunately, no, there is no hex that's closer to this than where he is already. So he's not gonna move because the spider has blocked it. And since he goes first, the spider just isn't moving yet. So he's gonna sit there and roll 1,000,000 dice at a target within range. This guy's gonna hurt us. The 2 weakest in range of 6. He's rolling 4 dice. That is going to be this one and this one. So the Dark Elf Marauder and the Argonian Marauder. And then after that, he's going to Vine Snare. My memory being what it is. After this unit's engaged, the target must drain 1 available combat skill die, which, yeah, doesn't work. Doesn't work for NPCs. We want a whole bunch of stinking nothing. Whole bunch of stinking nothing. Yeah, we got, oh, darn. Okay, so we got 2 nothings. We also got 3. Okay, so that does enough to kill the Dark Elf Marauder. Oh, there's 1 mercenary I don't have to pay. But then these guys go back in the bag. So they might get pulled for, I don't know, some effect later. I have to be careful. And then this guy's getting 2 damage after damage reduction. He's got 1 left. He's got 1 left. Wait a moment. Did he have... He had Divert. I think that's the thing that says they can't be killed. Yes! We actually don't lose that guy. Both of them are down to 1 hit point because of that ability, that divert ability, which says, unless they already have one, they can't be killed. Whew. Lucky, lucky us. Alright, so the 20 goes. Then any 10s? Any 10s? Alright, we got 2 5s, and it's up to us what order they move in. So 1, 2. Can he target anybody? Nope, he's adjacent only. So then this guy goes, well, actually, no. Yeah, you would. Yeah, he's gonna move. He's gonna move 2, and he can hit the 2 strongest at range. I don't know, what's he spewing acid or something, or webs at us? So he's gonna hit myself and our Nord buddy. 2 damage. So our Nord guy takes 1. And I take 2, and I don't... No, sir, I don't like it. Alright, now we've got... Who else is left? What 1s can go? This guy can move 1. This guy can move... Technically 2, since his target hex is over here. But he's gonna attack the Nord, I believe. Yep, he's rolling 1 die against the Nord. And he actually stinking hits him for 1. Alright, now we're done. Bad guys have all gone. And I'm going to have a really difficult time, I think, getting rid of these guys. Because unless I can kill them this turn, which is not likely, they're gonna unleash that level 20 back there. Oh my gosh. That's not good. No bueno. Alright, so my turn, I do 2 damage to a unit in range. Okay. I'll do it to the spider. Unless there's something better, which I don't think there is. Nope, I don't think there's anything that I can hit in range. That spider gets it all. Alright, then I recover 3. Those get slid down. I need some tenacity this time. Right, I need some tenacity so I could get those true damage shots in. And another annoying thing is I don't get my free 2 or up 2 upgrade to my combat die because they're within 2. I need to be with 3 hexes away in order to get that bonus. So whatever I roll on these white die this round is what I get. I don't get upgraded. So I'm thinking about barraging. Ooh, barrage? Oh, sheesh. Oh man, so this thing, if I get this icon, does 2 true damage to me unless I drain all the other skill die I roll that turn. And of course this one does the damage again to another one within range. Now I have technically... Right, I have technically already done damage to that spider this round, haven't I? That's technically a turn, so I can't do any more damage to that spider, so I don't think I need to do this one. I think what I need to do is throw a dart on him. I really need this. What else do I need? That Marauder, this Wood Elf Marauder has dodge, so if I roll any blanks, it's gonna I do 1 less damage to it. I need armor penetration, and guess we'll just do this. So here's my direct damage. And here is my hopeful acid darts. So I'm going after the Wood Elf Marauder. So this is me. I've got 3 health left. Wood Elf Marauder has all 5 left. Good luck to us all. And I think we're technically in the 4th round. Well, that's a bummer. So these 2 are misses. So I'm going to do 1 less damage. Once the total is calculated, I do 1 less damage. I do 1 damage plus the penetration, so I need to do 4 more damage with the barrage. Now, where's the bow? Here we go. Barrage. Arrow barrage. I deal 2 damage to my target. Then either roll it again or exhaust it. So right now I'm doing 3 damage, which turns into 2 because I rolled misses. Which I'm gonna put those back. Actually, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that, get the tenacity from it. Alright, so let's keep this up here for total. I'm gonna roll this again and hope I get more. I need more. Not that though. Crap. Crappity crap. Alright, so I must resolve that. I'm dealt 2 damage unless I drain all skill dice rolled during this engage. Yeah, that's all skill dice rolled during this engage. And since I really didn't do a lot of damage, I'm going to go ahead and take that true damage. I don't like that. Actually, I don't, because I don't. If I don't take the true damage, I am getting all of these drained. So I've got to take the damage. I've got to take the damage. That is no, boy, no. I don't like that one bit. And you know what? I've been missing something. I've been engaged with twice now, and I forgot to get my free recovered dice. Oh well. Alright, so I did 1, 2, 3 damage, which just ends up being 2. I get 2 damage. Ouch. And I think I'm gonna have to use my 2 tenacity to heal. So heal 1 for the number of enemies within range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm gonna get. Yeah. I'm gonna spend my tenacity, all of it, to get all my health back. I might have to roll my tenacity die next round. Well, that did not work the way I wanted it. Really, really at all. I'm kind of bummed. Alright, well, I'm done. Who is next? My Nord guy. His AI, controlled by me, not AI, so I'm going to go ahead and move him over here and attack that stupid spider. 2 dice. Boom. Dead. Dead spider. And now we go with I need somebody that rolls a lot. Sure. 1, 2. He's rolling 3 dice against the Imperial Bandit. Oh, heck yeah. That's enough. 3 damage. Damage reduction of 2. Dead dude. All right, then you were gonna go 1, 2. This guy's gonna die this next turn, so I need to pump some onto this wood elf Deadeye maybe. Oh, that is not gonna work. I don't think he can even do any damage. He has to roll 2 2s in order to do any damage to the Deadeye. Yeah, a blank and a 1, not gonna cut it. So, nice try. We're real proud of you. Oh, and he does it to another person, though. So he does 2 targets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he does 1 damage to you. That doesn't matter. So he's done. Now this guy goes 1, 2. He's going to roll 1 die. What? What's the point? 1 damage to the night elf. The wood elf Deadeye, who has an armor of 3. So absolutely nothing. Boy, my friends aren't really doing a whole lot right now, are they? And unfortunately, this guy is going to unlock that stupid level 20 Argonian. Oh man, that stinks. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, man. All right, bad guy turn. Level 20. I'm gonna move 1, 2 probably. And he's going to be attacking. What is he going to be attacking? At range 6, he's going to attack maybe the Nord and my Marauder guy with everything. So this guy's going to attack these 2. Oh, bye-bye, Dark Elf Marauder. 4 damage. All right, so Marauder finally does kick the bucket. And 4 damage to the Nord. Oh, man. He's on his last leg. Oh, boy. I am getting nervous. I don't know if I can win right now. All right, now the level 5s go. 1, 2. He doesn't unlock it right now, but he will. Level 5, any other level 5s? Nope. All right, level 1s. No range. Level 1, 1, 2. He's going to attack the Nord for 2. Oh no. Whew. All right, damage reduction does not pass muster. All right, so then this guy's going to move 1, probably 1. Yeah, we'll call it 2. But it doesn't hit anybody. All right, end of round. We have an enemy that's next to a cage. 4 dice. Unfortunately, it's also colossal. Now it's colossal. No, it's just it's not how many you have in your tray, it's how many total you've got trained. So it's 3. So he gets 3 more stinking health. Because I decided to train my stinking combat. So there we go. We got another big giant stinking level 20 bad guy on the board. Oh, there's nothing I could have done, I think. Especially with the barrage roll. That sucked. I think I could have gotten him. All right, start of the round. Now, if you remember, this is round 5. After this round, it is, where is it? It's an exhaust round, or a fatigue round. So everything's going to start taking damage and take over fatigue. So I just need to be able to weather the storm and stay alive, basically. I could just run away and just keep trying to tenacity heal myself based on all the bad guys and just stay alive. I don't want to do that, but we might be getting there. Alright, doing 2 damage to somebody in range. It's gonna be probably this guy. The orc bandit who is aggressive. So that is my, again, if you're confused, that's my, at the start of my turn, if I'm in range stance, deal 2 damage to an enemy in sight. Oh my god, they're gonna go and they're gonna unlock my quest guy. What happens if the quest guy gets out of jail? I just have to kill him. So deploy him to jail at 0. Right. After deploying enemies, do more. Their destination hex is adjacent to a locked cell. Enemies in locked cells do not need to be defeated. Oh, too bad. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. It just, Xeric is my target. But I have to kill everything. I'm in conquer mode. And what can I do right now that would be... I think I gotta kill this wood elf. I mean, these guys are definitely gonna open that lock. So I need to go after that wood elf as best I can. 1, 2, 3. I want to try to get 3 away for my bow to do extra damage. Alright, we're on recovery. I have no tenacity. I think we're going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to move 3. I'm going to grab... 2 damage die, my do the damage again die, and I think I'm going to grab my tenacity die. Alright. Yeah, kill the wood elf. That's the plan. Alright, let's see how it works though. Alright. What they say about the greatest strategies and plans. Oh man, look at that. 5 tenacity. That goes away. I don't get to use that again. That's drained. My tenacity die is drained, so I don't get that back. But I am immediately bumped all the way to 5. That's huge. And this gets flipped to a 2. So I'm doing 3 damage that bypasses 1 damage reduction. So, geez, it's still going to take 2 damage. Or, he's still going to block 2 damage. Oh, that's frustrating. So I think I'm going to have to use my tenacity to do 2 true dice, or 2 true damage attack die as well here. Right, so 2 more, which is true damage. And then do 3 damage. So I only do 1 damage to him because of his stupid damage reduction, but I do 3 damage to somebody else. And I think that somebody else is going to be... It's going to have to be this orc bandit. So, yeah. Oh, he's dead because I have my penetration. So, not the worst turn. Not the worst turn. I can... Or no. I was going to say I could pray that my minions do some damage to those guys, or to the wood elf, but they're not. They're not going to... They don't know how to do damage to a guy like that. I think, yeah, my turn's over. Now it's my friends, my family. Come on, man. So I'm gonna move this guy here. Do three dice worth of damage to the wood elf. Good luck. I am doing exactly 3 damage to the wood elf, which doesn't do anything to his armor. That sucks. If anybody was going to do it, it was going to be that guy. Alright. Well, I guess this guy's coming in to attack the hack wing. So this guy rolls 1 attack against this guy's 0 defense. Come on. Oh yeah, look at that. Just having a slap fight. Now my Nord. I wish I could go in and block them from getting that other guy out of jail, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to roll 2 to get rid of that hack wing. 2, not enough. Alright, I'll move away, I guess. Yep. I don't know if I moved my guys correctly, my minions block enough. I think this really is probably not the best solo scenario because your movement isn't enough with these helpers compared to if you had other people with a stamina of more than 2 or 3. So you just can't get to them. So I'm just gonna have to kill, right? Alright. Bad guy turn. 20s are gonna go first. 20 is gonna go to this guy and unlock him. This guy is going to go towards the nearest, and he's going to attack 2 weakest in range. So, bye-bye Nord. Alright, actually, he's going to move here. Because he can't reach a locked cell. So he's going to move normally. So he's going to move 1 to be in range of the 2 weakest. Which is... I'm going to say it's this guy and this guy. This and me are tied. So I'm going to call... shoot the other guy first. Alright, 4 dice. Gosh, bless it. Oh, this is fantastic. So 2 damage. Now, dodge. Is it per miss? When this unit is engaged, prevent damage dealt to this unit equal to the number of rolled miss or that do. Sorry, let's read that again. The number of rolled skill dice that do not deal damage. So when this unit is engaged by an opposing unit, prevent damage dealt to this unit by the number of misses, basically. Yeah. So this guy takes no damage. And sadly... Oh, our Nord is gone. I will weep for you. I will pour some mead out for you. And if I survive, I'll put you in a boat and light it on fire. So that was him. Now the level 5s are gonna go. Technically that's still a locked door, so he's gonna go there. And this guy is... That's me. What an idiot. Then number 1 is gonna move normally. So he's gonna attack. The Hack Wing is going to attack my High Elf Marauder. Darn, why are they rolling so much? 2 damage. I do not like their efficiency on their rolls. And this guy is going to go after the Argonian. So he's rolling 1. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing. Take that. And that's it. That's it. Now, unfortunately, at the start of their turn, the guy we were here to prevent escaping is getting out of jail. Let's make it short-lived, shall we? So, Bane, Penumbra, and Swap. We know what Bane does. But what is Alright, so after this unit is defeated, it replaces the weakest allied non-quest unit and assumes that unit's hit points and status die. The replaced unit is returned to the enemy bag. But he's full on doppelganging, it seems. So is it the... Let's see, it replaces the weakest allied, so the one that has the least amount of chips. But then, of course, when he dies again, he's just going to do it again. Yeah, so this guy's basically going to be the last enemy on the board. And then the other thing he has is Swap. This unit treats occupied hexes as unoccupied. When it moves into an occupied hex, its occupant is placed on the hex that the unit moved out of. And it did not say friendly, so I assume he's just going to push and shove to the front of the line like an absolute millennial entitled 1%er. Now I really want to defeat him. Okay. So we've got... How many bad guys on the board? We got a level 20, a level 20, a quest guy. Then we have a level 5, a level 1, a level 1. Now, this guy are on the good guy side. And it starts with me. All right, so at the start of my turn... Oh no, we're in round cube. So every actual character is getting an over fatigue. All right, so over fatigue is not the good kind of fatigue that goes away, it's the one that stays. And then every single person on the board is going to lose a hit point. All right, so this is this is the Judge Judy mechanic. You done taking too long. So, and the water's rising. So, oh no! Everybody's losing one. So this is where you have to keep your head above water. Water. And then each of you guys, I don't care if you have high defense, you're taking one. Alright, so yeah, now we need to make sure we stay above water. Now it's my turn. Do 2 damage to an enemy in range. No, that I can see. An enemy I can see. Can't do 2 damage to him, he's got that nasty 3. I can do 2 damage to you, or at least 1 with your armor. Alright, now I recover 3. Unfortunately, that heavy's just gonna stay there. I was gonna say, where did those guys go? These should have been over there. I forgot to put my stinking dice in my in my tray last time. So this is coming back out. All right. I need to get rid of the wood elf, but I think that's gonna have to be a dart. Or pray for a dart. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do enough damage to him through regular pew-pewing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, yeah. So all the bad guys are gonna go this way now. They're all gonna head towards these 2 imprisoned peoples. Yeah, it's doable, but it's gonna be tough. The good news is this guy right here. Oh, he's elusive. Oh, fudge. So this is the key word that is the bane of my existence. I don't know how I'm gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna defeat that guy. Right? Elusive is the one where I have to be adjacent to him in order to do damage. Oh, come on. Alright, so I'm gonna have to move out here. let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? I can target this guy. Maybe make this next little bit about moving. So try for darts, try for movement and healing, and pray, right? And pray. But I need to roll, I need to get something that rolls tenacity, so let's see if I can't use that for tenacity. Alright, here's my 4 die. I'm going after that wood elf. That's my target. Though I'm not really doing a lot of damage specifically to it. But you have to declare a target. So there he is. That's my guy. Let's see. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I start here, he's going to attack me, and he's going to move this way. I need to block him. So yeah, I think I have to go this way. All right. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take the tenacity from this one and slot it. Take it. I am going to put this one back. And then I'm going to, so I get 5 movement and 2 damage to anything I move through. So that could be a really amazing combination going forward. So being able to do 5 damage to basically walking through. It's like Pandemic when somebody gets the, what we call the Jesus character in my gaming group. He just walks through the city and heals everybody. So that's kind of like that. I just walk through them and I do 2 damage to them. But I did no damage to the wood elf, which now I need to use tenacity to roll 2 of these and pray I get 1 damage. I need 1 damage. Yeah, he did it. Golf clap that one. So that's true damage. So that dude dies no matter how much he wanted to live. Okay, now I basically have to like stay here in the hot gates while these guys just move slowly through me while they're taking, you know, damage from the high rising waters. All right, my turn's over. Now it's my friend here. What do I want to do with him? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. All right. So he's rolling 1 die against, actually, this guy and this guy. No, he's rolling 1 die, idiot. There. 1 damage, and that's not enough. So both of them, both this guy and this guy have damage reduction. Oh, he's also elusive, so I don't know why I would have rolled against him. Anyway. Ah. Bad guy turn. This is when we figure out if any of the prep I did has been worth it. I think it's always quest guys first. I think it's quest guys first, and he can swap, right? So 1, 2, and then the 20 will go. 1, 5 can't go. The 1 will go 1, 2, and roll 1 attack against my High Elf Marauder. Oh. Darn it. Alright, well this guy has Divert, so he can't die this round, but he can die next round. Then it'll be just me. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Next round. Everybody. Oh, I'm all alone. I'm all alone, and I don't like it. So, gone, gone, gone. My turn. I do 2 damage to somebody I can see. I can technically, I think I got 2 over here to see you. I'll do 1 to you then. That way he'll die on the water rising next turn. This guy does not have... So, elusive. Can't get that guy. That guy is not gonna... He's just... I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get him. I think I'm gonna have to defeat the quest guy, this guy, and then he'll swap positions with this guy. So this guy will basically defeat himself if I can get this guy. That's the plan. I think we might actually be able to do it. Oh wait, I get a heavy fatigue. Alright, so that was the start. Now I recover 3. No. I recover 3 here. So that goes to the back of the bus. Now, oh wait, I can move 5. Wait, whoa. I can move 5 at the start of my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that damage to that guy. That was with this. I can do 2 damage to everybody I move through, and I get 5 free movement at the start of my turn. So I still haven't actually done a move action or an engage action. Now I recover. Got it. Now I need to just unload on this guy, the quest guy. Oh, I might be able to do this. But I'm not going to survive if I take any damage. So I need to be very careful. Melee only, and melee only. So as long as I stay 3 away, I'm gonna be good, I think. Let's load up. 1, 2, 3, and... Let's use this one. Let's see where we go. This is, I'm targeting Xeric, the quest guy. Oh, most excellent. So this gets turned to a 2. Alright, so just on the damage, direct damage, I'm doing 5. That ignores 1. So I do 4 damage to him. That's all of it. Alright, so he goes away and takes over the weakest with his swap ability. Then I target only the ones I can see, unfortunately. Or is this in range? Now that he's not there, I don't know if I need to use it. Is acid spray. Select up to 3 targetable. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, not targetable. So I guess I'll just throw that one back. And now I can move. And I need to move right here. Because now 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of those guys are in range. I'm going to use my archer ability to Hawkeye, using 2 tenacity. Spend into Hawkeye. Heal for the number of enemies in range. Puts me up to full. And now my turn's over. 20 goes first. 1, 2. 1, 2 with this swap. And that's it. The turn is over. And now it's another fatigue round. So I get myself another fatigue dice, and everybody takes 1 damage. He swaps again. Now this guy's not elusive. That guy just went bye-bye. So now I just need to outlast him or kill him. I have 5 movement at the start. Let's just make sure he can't get to me. That was my 5 from here. Doing 2 damage to him, won't do anything. He's got a damage reduction of 2. I recover 3. Time to shoot. Oh, I kind of do feel like... No, I wouldn't want to throw it away over, like, try and barrage and crap, would I? I would only take 2 damage. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try to kill him. We're rolling all these guys. I want to win, not by default. Come on. Alright, he's 3 away, so that gets turned into a 2. Where is the 2? So 4 damage, penetrating 1, so 3 damage. And I think I'm going to take the 2 tenacity here, and then use it to, use it to roll my 2 black die and just try to kill him right off. Boom, 1 true damage. We did it!
That's it, we did it!
We did!
Alright. You know what? I didn't think that we were going to be able to do it, but there you go. And I don't think I did anything wrong, so... We'll see. Let's read. So we get 3 experience for that. That puts me to 4. Yep. Objective conquer. The poor skeleton and wolf, which shouldn't have been imprisoned. Enemies of the state. They don't technically count, because they are still in jail. Yeah, do not need to be defeated to be successful, unless they become unlocked. When complete, go to entry E5, page 41, where Princess Leia will undoubtedly give me a wink, a smile, and a medal. Alright, Blackrose Brigade, Fighters Guild, E15. As sweet as victory is, you cannot shake the bitter taste of helping the Blackguards maintain control over this facility. Perhaps one day someone will finally rid this place of their presence, but you console yourself with the thought that today, all that matters is that Xeric remains captured. Well, is he? Is he? Is he captured? You've rounded up the surviving raiders of the prison and sent them back to the Fighters Guild for interrogation, but you've heard reports that some identified themselves as members of a group called the Soldiers of the Void. Apparently this group, which seems to have a center of operations nearby, was behind the attempts to retrieve Xeric. You'll make sure the guild hears of this and wonder if it merits some independent investigation. Alright, in session 1, choose the following. I'm not in session 1. In session 2, you recognize that such a bold assault on the Blackguard indicates Xeric's importance to some unknown criminal element. While the Dark Elf remains captured for now, you have to wonder if another attempt is on the horizon. Not wanting to repeat your experience with the Blackguards, you push harder for information about these Soldiers of the Void, desperate to discover where Xeric was so urgently needed. Proceed to the Black Marsh endgame quest for session 3. Gain keyword block operative. And again, all these keywords we've been collecting are supposedly very choose your own adventure. Like when we get to the end game, it'll say, if you have keyword this, you win, or it makes it easier or harder, who knows. All right, so proceed to Black Marsh endgame quest. What the heck does that even look like? Endgame. wall of text hits me for? 9,000. Oh yeah, look at all these keywords. Oh, what is all this? Let's read, find out. I do not know how this endgame stuff works, although I do know that technically I'm supposed to clear the table first. We got 20s, 5s. 10s. I think we only had 3 level 10s this whole time. Or level 10, level 10, 20. So those go back in the bags. I didn't have a single mercenary survive, so I assume I don't have to pay out. I don't remember buying insurance, so their families will be notified but not given any remuneration. A big thank you for your service card, but no medal. If you feel wrongly about it, you want revenge, I'll be waiting. Something of that nature. Okay. What is to do? Actually, don't know what these white ones are for. Is this what bonus hit points are supposed to be used with these? I don't know. Can't imagine. Actually, tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna clean this up, and then we're going to, before we read all the new stuff for this next quest, which I don't see any reason why we would not start it today, right? So, or is this something we need to postpone until next week so we can have a whole day of endgame? There are several days of endgames. So let's take a look at what's in the rule book as far as endgames go. What exactly is an endgame? Endgame, page 51. You know, I saw on the internet somebody was boo-hooing about the rule book. Actually, I think this rule book's fairly well written, except for that whole thing in the quest book about figuring out how to set up that map. Everything else seems to be well done. All right, endgame. The crisis currently affecting Tamriel is far worse than a single session can uncover. Okay, after completing 2 game sessions, after which you will have earned enough success and experience to hopefully thwart a major threat to Tamriel. Each province has its own endgame. Endgame quests are different in several ways. Each has a shorter day limit than a guild quest, which is stated in the rules. Endgame quests represent a more intense session that presents the party with encounter after encounter. For this reason, endgame quests do not use overland movement. Okay. So this one seems to have a page for day 1, a page for day 2, and a page for day 3. Each of them are their own clash. So, well, maybe perhaps we can do the first one. How much time we got? Yeah, we got about 2 hours. We should be able to do one of those. Right? Famous last words. Each endgame encounter is labeled with the day when it is resolved. The party completes each encounter in order. Read the endgame encounter, complete the setup, then refer to keywords to resolve any effects from your party's keywords before that encounter. If your party successfully completes the endgame, you win! You have ended the crisis and saved Tamriel from utter disaster, at least for the moment. If your party fails the endgame, either by being defeated or failing to successfully complete the objective of an endgame step, your campaign ends in failure. All for naught. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and attempt day 1, right? So I'll take a quick little break now that we've finished that battle, and we'll resume. in a few moments. So give me a few moments to get some blood pumping since I've been sitting. So I'll see you guys in just a few. Yeah, so right now, we are sitting at the end of the regular, like, 2-quest step that leads us to the end game. So the end game and I just took a quick look at this. The first day of the end game is a clash, a regular, like this sized clash, right? And it includes Xeric and a couple other things, right? So regular clash. Then the next one is a delve, and those are longer. Let's see. At least it looks, yeah, it looks like there's a delve. And then there's another clash. And I'm just trying to figure out if I have enough time today to finish this, or if I need to maybe just call it today so we have content for next week. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't really want to make it so I have to cut mid-battle. That's always never fun. So let's at least read this one and see what we, maybe it'll tell us what we want to do. Your investigation into the strange experiments being done on local plant and animal life have led you to a grove of trees situated near the heart of Blackmarsh. As you approach, you notice that the landscape around you seems to have fallen into decay. While often dangerous, the flora and fauna of Blackmarsh have always struck you as vibrant and stalwart, but things seem different here, more corrupted. Your ears are pricked by the sound of combat, and you rush forward to see someone has arrived here before you. You recognize him as Bodian, one of the leaders of the Outer Watch, and he calls for your help as he battles a wide array of fearsome creatures. In between his thrusts and parries, you can see him attempting to cut away brush and stone covering some kind of hollow at the base of one of these massive tree trunks. If you survive this battle, you promise yourself to ask him how you and he have arrived at the same spot. So this encounter setup. Set the weather to flooding. Alright, it doesn't really matter to us. Set aside quest units imbued Deslandra, Xeric, Wandering Argonian, and Corrupted Creature. The clash requires the use of a custom delve deck. When creating the delve deck, separate all the Black Marsh and General Delve cards that have Sky Shards from all the Black Marsh and General Delve cards that do not. Then randomly add 1 times 2 cards that do not have Sky Shards into the deck of Sky Shards, and shuffle it. Use this as your delve for the duration of this step. Set up the following clash using the end of session difficulty EP. Well, what is the end of session difficulty for us? Because, I mean, we got 3 from that last mission. Right now I can't remember where it is. 54? I should just print this page out with the end of session like experience values. I feel like that should be this table right here should be on the freaking front or on the back of the book or something. Easy accessible. So session 3 difficulty values with 1 player on apprentice is 32. So let's see, I gained 3, so I'm at 30. So I will be a little under XP, but I don't think 2 is going to make that much of a difference. Let's see. Yeah, set up the clash. It says it's a clash, but then it's also using delve deck stuff. That's weird. Deploy the quest unit Bodian to the center hex and place caches equal to 6 minus 1, so 5, on any lettered hexes of your choice. Okay. Boarding is a companion controlled by the party. Party members use the star hexes for deployment instead of an entrance tile. Okay. Encounter rules. Initiate the following clash. At the start of each round, deploy enemies to any unoccupied lettered hexes in alphabetical order so that the combined level values of enemies in play equals the initial EP, using as few enemies as possible. When an adventurer unlocks a cache, they gain the item and draw the top card from the Delve deck. So you have to go after them. If it has any sky shards, they set it aside and gain a Bane status die. Well, that stinks. Otherwise, they discard it. When a cache is removed for any reason, place a new cache in the next lettered hex that does not currently have a cache. Okay, Bodian may perform lockpick checks as well. Instead of gaining fatigue to change die results, he may deal himself a damage to adjust the die by up to 3. He does not gain items, nor does he gain Bane status upon finding a sky shard. Wow, asterisk upon asterisk upon asterisk. Once 4 shards have been set aside, place the entrance tile adjacent to the party member who set aside the last sky shard. Additional sky shards may still be set aside and will help in future quest steps. Delve cards with 2 sky shards still count as 2. The encounter is successful at the end of any round in which all undefeated adventurers are occupying the entrance tile. Any quest unit companions that are not occupying the entrance tile at the end of the encounter are discarded. That's a lot to take in, but again, that's kind of par for the course. So basically, it sounds like that's their mechanic for like these encroaching vines or whatever are going to keep coming. So we've got to hack them away, gain a sky shard, gain true damage, get 4 of them. Wow. And then get to the entrance tile. I mean, the good news is that the Delve deck is going to be pretty full of Sky Shard decks, so I would have to just get 4 of these caches and then escape. That could be fairly easy with my acrobatics skill. Oh, right. We're not even done with the last round. So we finished the clash. Then we got our experience. I'm now at 4. I adjusted the day or the XP track. And now I get to gain advancements. So I completely skipped a step. So now that I've read ahead and cheated a bit on accident, we can figure out what I might need. This guy. Alright, so we have acrobatics, speech. I could also get another archery die and a combat die. Cost me 2 to get another combat die. Cost me 2 to get an acrobat die. It costs me 1 to get another speech die, and it cost me 3 to get an archery. Yeah, 3 to get archery. Let's look at acrobatics. Let's see if there's something there we can possibly gain. Yeah, I think we might just level up our guy and then call it a day, right? So help me figure out what I'm going to get here. Come on, Aussies. All right, so yeah, Aussies don't care about us today. Are you not going to? There he is. He's back. He went on break. So we have the Fleet Phantom, which gives us movement at the start of our turn before it's actually time to move. We also have the Rapid Maneuver one, which gives us either health or does damage to things we move through, which I think is incredibly important. What do we have here? Relentless. So while it's in the cooldown track, if you are in either, okay, yeah, that's one-handed or two-handed stance. at the end of your turn, which I won't be. So that doesn't make any sense. Windwalker. While this die is in your cooldown track, your non-enduring class abilities cost this much fewer tenacity. You're non-enduring. So for us, that is not accuracy, and it is not... Actually, that's it. So everything else would cost, you know, whatever the die is, less. And that's while it's in my cooldown track. So that would be significant. You know, one less for Lethal Arrow, one less for Hawkeye. Those are all good things. So I like that one. And with 3, right now we have 3 over fatigue. So, and we're not getting rid of it. So anything that gets put in our cooldown track is going to be there, and basically an extra round, a whole nother round. Yikes. Okay, what's on the back here? Now hold on, let me see what that is. Okay, so we have a level 1 and a level 2, which means we are allowed to get a level 3. Level 3, we have Expert Evasion. Ooh, this sounds nice. While this die is in your cooldown track, if you are dealt damage, you may prevent all of that damage and immediately recover the... Okay, I think I've figured out what I'm getting here, because that sounds amazing. Okay, so there are 2 faces of that, and 3 faces of, while this die is in your cooldown track, when you are engaged by an enemy, you may gain up to 3 light fatigue. For each light fatigue you gain, you may treat 1 enemy combat die as a miss. Oh man. That sounds really nice, actually. Okay, that could be it. Then we have Duelist Rebuff. While this is in your cooldown track, if you are dealt damage by an adjacent enemy, you may prevent that damage and force the enemy to deal the damage to a different enemy adjacent to you instead. When this die would be recovered, drain it instead. Okay, so... Oh, that was only 1 pip. So there are 3 pips of, while this die is in your cooldown track, if you take damage from an enemy, you may deal the amount of damage taken to an adjacent... You may deal damage. Okay, so 3 pips. So half of the dice are sides that allow me to redirect it. Oh man, that's really good too. That's really good too. I'm definitely gonna get one of these. Can I get both of them with 4? Oh man, okay, so I may end up getting both of these, Expert Evasion and Duelist Rebuff. They both cost 2, and I know I'm gonna be heavy on the cooldown keeps. With 3 over fatigue, things will stay in my track a lot longer. And of course, that's in addition to the combat and the arrows. So I'm digging the acrobatic stuff here. And the fact that I can immediately recover that die, no matter where it is, after those actions happen. I think that's a win, right? What else could we potentially get here? So acrobatics has 2 things I want. Speech has... Oh, this is the one we use for tenacity building. I don't know if we need to get another one of those, really. Yeah, I think the ability to ignore damage is probably more important. So nothing on speech. And we already got the thing. Yeah, I think basically we're getting those 2 acrobatic die. So level 3, we're getting an Expert Evasion, and we're getting a Duelist Rebuff. That is yellow. That one. And that one. All 4 XP gone, baby, gone. But I think we did a good job picking those two. And so now we're really high with acrobatics. Ability to get the hell out of the way, move through things, and stay at distance. Awesome. All right. What else do we need? Right. It will, the day clock will reset to 1, and we'll start there. So I want to keep going, but I'm really worried that 1, we do the first day or the second day, and we run out of time 2 day. And then Friday next week, we'll have 30 minutes of content, and that's it. So I think we might just call it today and then put all this content to next week. Right? Does that make sense? I mean, it's 12:40 now, my time. So 2.5 hour stream. I think we're okay with that. I just don't like the alternatives. All right, so next week, the bad guys will start with 32 experience points. We'll set up a big... Well, actually, it won't be a big clash map. It'll just be this. It'll just be this one filled up. And yeah, we'll just move on. So save some content, pump the brakes, save some content for next week, and do our best to not die, right? Anything short of success is failure, according to this. And it doesn't sound like there's anything good that happens with failure. You just get a kick in the teeth and you lose all that time. The hope is that it was a fun process along the way, so you don't get all like, damn it. All right, what'd you think of that one? I think I made like two maybe, 5 XP, rule gaffes. I never remembered to use this for a free recovery. Whoops. But I think everything else worked as planned. Right, and then at the end of the day, I get 2 hit point recovery, and I get a free recovery, but they stay there because we're not in an inn. But yeah, that was a lot of reading today. Well, next week, we've got lizards to paint on Tuesday for Star Wars Legion. We've got 3 dewbacks we're doing. And then we have finished Starfield, the Star Wars Genesis mod Starfield playthrough. So what we need, Necro, is a new game for Tuesday. So I'll have to spend some time this weekend, and if you have a suggestion on Discord, throw it over. We'll consider it as long as I've got it, and we'll add that to the play on Wednesday, Thursday, and then we will finish the Elder Scrolls campaign on Friday. I think that sounds good, right? All right. Well, I'm gonna go eat a peanut butter sandwich since it's a Fish Friday in Lent, and I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. And as far as me, 5 XP, we're done. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Adios, amigos.